Fish on. Hey, welcome back to this week's report. Finally, some nice weather. You know, I think spring, all that rain is finally leaving us and summer is on the way. Happy Memorial Day weekend to everybody. Mille Lacs Lake, there's a lot changing over the last week. You know, I've primarily been pitching jigs, shallow rock piles, kind of working those shoreline breaks. But lo and behold, had a monster bug hatch over the last few days. Temps are warming up, and guess what? The fish are starting to go on the mid-lake structure, pulling live bait rigs. Nice, first fish of the morning. Feels great. Look at that, nice looking walleye. All right, first fish of the day, not a bad walleye. You know what, the sun is out, it's not raining, and the fish are biting. There we go. Nice looking fish, man.
All right.
You know, it's been really important to turn that motor off. Whenever you can, run the trolling motor, especially on these days where you don't have a lot of wind. Fish have been spooky, even though we've had a lot of rain now and the water's been stained up a little bit and the surface temps are starting to rise. The fish still have been a little bit spooky, so just be careful if you're coming out looking for fish as you come down. If you're gonna back troll over the top of them or, you know, rig over the top of them, make sure you're turning off that big motor and just running that trolling motor. Nice fish. There we go. Now that's what you're looking for. You know, in addition to just being quiet on the lake and shutting that big motor off, speed is key, and just watching where you're at all times. You know, like today we're hanging on the edges. There's a lot of fish right on that edge, top edge of these areas, and really I'm not doing great big long drifts because there's no wind. We're just hitting little pods of fish, going through them real quickly, going to the next pod, and just watching your speed. It seems like about 0.6 to 0.7 miles an hour, and these fish are hitting. Nice fish, Greg. Pretty typical live bait rig for Mille Lacs Lake. You know, a 8 to 10 foot leader, slick stick bottom bouncer, a bottom bouncer. I like the slip bouncers out in the mud. And then of course, a real small hook. You know, I've been using like a Trocar number 4 or number 6, really downsizing that hook, and then really downsizing my fluorocarbon for my leader, using a 4 or 6 pound test versus a 6 or an 8 or a 10. You're gonna get a lot more strikes with subtle, smaller hooks, and then of course lighter line, less visibility. This water is really, really clear this season. So if you tie your own, make sure you're paying attention to detail and really downsizing a few of these things. There he is, running at me. These fish have been running at us today. That's all right, that means they're active and aggressive. Boy, and that's the thing is, once you find a pot of fish, you know, work back and forth. You know, some of them have been slipping off a little deeper. They'll slide up on the edges, even on top when there's wind. Obviously, when it's windier, it's been better, but I tell you what, just stick with them, use your electronics, and you're gonna put them in the boat. Love to see this bug hatch come. Obviously, I love to see this warm weather, and hopefully this is good things to come all summer long. All right, well, have a safe and happy Memorial Day weekend, everybody. If you're coming up to Mille Lacs Lake, think quiet, think slow, and think big walleyes. Good luck to everybody. As always, I'm Tony Roach, and we'll see you on the water.